How is Uganda?
Yeah, Uganda is the same. We're doing great. I hope you guys are fine.
Yeah, we're well.
All right.
So, if it's okay, we can get started with the interview.
Yeah, right. I'm very ready. I can begin now.
Okay. So, Glorious is mainly a price action trader with over 5 years trading in the Forex market. Her strategy being price action, mainly momentum based, weighing the strength of bulls and bears. She runs a personal blog at gloriouschartpatterns.blogspot.com where she shares her charts and analysis. She's also a contributor to freeforexcoach.com, a website that provides simple step-by-step strategies for beginning and intermediate traders. Welcome.
All right. Thank you, Sylvia, for having me.
Yeah, so you can just, tell us about your trading journey over the 5 years and, the markets that you trade, the currency pairs that you look at.
Okay, great. So this is how I got interested. I was in my first year of college, and we were in a normal MLM meeting, and we meet this guy. I think he was trading for a bank then, and he had his computer on, and he showed us a few things. Of course, we didn't know what they were, and he told us this is Forex. You could make some extra cash. The numbers they show you a few green arrows, a few candlesticks. It tells you buy here, get out here. It sounded so simple. And then we got interested, five of us, and the next day he called us again and we attended. So for me, I found it very interesting and fascinating. So I was like, I can do this. But of course, it's different when you get to it, quite so different. And with time, what happens to you after getting you've tried a few things they've given you and they don't work, the main guy you go to is Google. So I went to Google, did all the strategies you can imagine, all indicators, the way you could imagine what you do when you're just a newbie excited about the market. So I read everything, and you make the money today, tomorrow you don't have the money. You make losses, you wonder what's wrong. So all you have is just frustration. So with time, I realized that the most important part of this journey is knowing actually why you want to be a trader. Like, for example, why do you want to do this in the first place? Why do you want to get out of it? Is it just a money thing? Because when it's just a money thing, there will be times when you actually want to make any money. Or is it just passion? Because the reality is that you want to make money for some time and you need something deeper to keep you motivated in those times. So mainly that's what you have. That's what I had to find out. Like, I really love markets and I have to do them every single day. So the main thing was constant improvement. Where are the mistakes? Where are they not? And not think about the money all the time.
That's a very interesting, journey that you've shared with us. And, the main reason being that you're passionate about the markets and, you still keep doing what you're doing. So you've mentioned that your analysis is based on technical analysis. Can you just tell us your idea generation from execution, how you enter the markets, how you exit, and if you apply the process to other financial assets that you trade?
All right. So I have a single structure, a single pattern that I trade in the market because I know that what I'm looking for. Check my charts. I see a structure. Is it forming? Is it not there? If it's not there, I'm off the computer for charts. I don't stick to the charts. My main time frame is the minimum I go to is H1, but my best time frame is the 4-hour time frame. So mainly the major things I do is looking at the trend. If I'm trading on the 4-hour chart, then at least the daily has got to be in that direction. So I have to make sure the bigger time frame is in the direction in which I'm trading. So it is quite simple for me because I know what I'm looking for in the market. And it is not just a pattern, a single pattern. It's not so common. It's just like asking you, how many heads and shoulders will you get in a week? if you're trading it on the 4-hour time frame. A head and shoulder that anyone can see, not the head and shoulder that you have to really look deep to find it. So I trade obvious. It has to be obvious, like something begging you to trade it. So I do not overanalyze. I don't do overanalysis. I did that before when I was organizing the strategy. The current, I just get on the charts, open, peruse through from the hourly time frame ahead to maybe daily, through all the currencies, check if I have my strategy forming. If it's not there, I'm off the chart, check around lunch break, because I don't expect anything to have formed in 5 hours or 6 hours, and maybe in the evening. So my trading is that simple. Part of my routine every morning is to look through my rules, because you have so many distractions during the time. You forget and you get excited. You go in trading groups and people are posting analysis, something looks good, it's quite tempting. So there are things that you have to get used to, that your strategy, and you have to believe in your strategy, because it's something you've traded for over some time. It's something you know how it performs.
What are those rules? What are those rules that, form part of your morning routine every time? And have you systematized those rules, or is your trading process, is it manual?
Yeah, it is still manual at the moment, but the rules are clear that I read them. I have them listed, that for every single trade, I almost get there and mark that I follow this rule on this trade. But for example, if it's a trend and break, has the trend and broken for me to end the trade? Or did I enter so early? So by the end of the week, when you revise your journals and you find you've had losing trades, because a part of trading, you can't avoid losses in the market. It's just like whether you do the best analysis, you will have to make losses in the market. The main thing is having controlled losses. So if at the end of the week I've made 5 losses, were these losses normal losses? Normal losses are losses whereby you followed your rules, but the market did not perform, and that's very okay. For all the new buys and maybe intermediate traders, you don't need so many strategies, so many patterns for you to make money in the market. You have to pick a single item, a single strategy, and become very good at it, like very good at it. I can tell you, I can look at my strategy and I tell you all the parameters. I tell you what I expect. I know the expectancy. I know the drawdowns. I know what to expect in a week, and I know the average I can expect in a year, because I have traded it continuously for more than 1,000 trades. So that's what it is. The problem is that we have with new traders, the focus is too much on the outcome of the trade. But the main thing that anyone should focus on is learning to trade properly. And in learning to trade properly, this includes risk management. It includes trading what you actually know, what you actually have seen happen for a long time. Simple strategies like moving average crossovers, they are simple strategies, and they could work if you could practice them for over long periods, so that you know the drawdowns.
Very important that you've mentioned that you should have one strategy, but one that works for you, and practice that for for a longer time.
Yeah.
So
before you get to another.
Yeah. So what risk management tools do you swear by? What do you use for your risk management?
In risk management, there is nothing special to do. I apply normal principles. For example, risk reward. I do stop loss. I have a clear stop loss setting. And I have interacted with so many traders. Some do not like the stop losses. The challenge is most traders is that they look at their stop loss and forget about position sizing, or they set too tight stops. Someone has got an account of 1,000. They want to set a stop of 50, and they do not know how to actually make a proper size. So you have to give room for the market, understand the technicals a bit, understand how much swing, how much does this pair fluctuate, so that I'm setting a proper stop. That is one, setting stop losses. Maybe we could have some other session on setting proper stop losses. The other main thing is risk reward. These are all incorporated in risk management strategies. if your risk reward is part of something that will actually make you a profitable trader. Most people who make money over the long term, I want to still insist over long term, because I see people doing so many scalps and they make so much money. 6 months along the road, they have no money. So in the long term, you have to pick a strategy despite its winning odds. At least every time you take a trade, the minimum it should give you is twice what you're risking. That is actually if you've actually learned even how to measure your stop loss and how much you're risking. And it's very simple. When you have practiced a single strategy, like I said before, you will know how far the market always moves constantly, so that you know where you always exit and where you always put your stop loss. So with time, when you have actually mastered your own trading system, you will actually be knowing the risk reward you can expect from it. Is it positive? Is it a one-to-one? If it's always less, if it's always one-to-one, that means you have to actually optimize it to get so many winning trades. It takes time with more time you spend in the markets. It takes time to shift your mind from winning into main important things like risk reward and winning percentages. You'll find that winning percentages is not a very much important factor as risk reward, how much you make and how much you lose. Another part of risk management measures is, of course, take profits. You have to have a level you always get out, a set level. You have, for example, there are people who trade patterns. They only exit when a pattern has been formed, a reversal pattern maybe. Personally, I have a clear level for taking profits. It's just built within my own system. So that's part of risk management. You have to keep the money you have made. You don't let trades run and get backhand and become losses. You actually get into the market with a plan. So the challenge, I think, with taking profits, like I said, this all comes with understanding your system, understanding how it flows. How does the market move? If it has formed a like price action and pattern, I'll give simple examples that most people have come across, like head and shoulders. If it's a head and shoulder and I'm taking a neckline, I trade head and shoulders, but I don't specifically trade them, because so if it's a neckline and the neckline is a head and shoulder, but the target you're seeing that actually the right shoulder is a bit high, and you're going to have a huge stop loss compared to your take profit. So you do not need to take that trade. You will have to skip it. That's why I can tell you that people, personally like me, I trade 3 to 5 trades a week. Why? I skip some trades because they don't conform with my risk reward. If I say I'm trading only trades that give me a reward of 3 times what I'm risking, a few of those trades will qualify. So those are the only trades I'll take. And that kind of discipline takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. And like in the beginning, knowing why you want to be a trader in long-term terms. So that's mainly about risk management.
Consider to be a good trade?
I think a good trade is from my own perspective, a good trade is a trade that actually conforms with the trading plan. If I have clear set rules and I've taken a trade according to my rules, that's a good trade. A good trade is not a winning trade. There are so many winning trades that are bad trades. You put up a trade and you didn't have any plan, it goes into positive. It happens a lot. That's why inexperienced traders can make profits, a lot of profit. But any good trade is a trade according to plan. That's what I call a good trade. Whether it was a loss or a win, it's a good trade as long as you trade it according to your trading plan. So personally, a good trade on my side is a trade where I followed all my rules. All my rules. It's a trade I not beat myself about because I have followed all my rules, despite if it's a win or a loss.
So supposing you take a trade and you follow and you execute all your rules and follow your trading plan, but you happen to lose that trade, how do you deal with emotions at that point, when you lose, and also even when you win? How do you deal with your emotions at that point?
Yeah, it used to be Yeah, I think that's a great question, and it used to be quite a challenge to before when I actually before I changed my whole perspective of how I looked at forex trading and trading in general. When your focus is just to win, a loss will hit you. When your focus is bigger than understanding that trading and losses are just inseparable, it is a probability game. It's just like I usually give this example to my trainees. If I toss the coin, there are two outcomes I expect. I expect a head or a tail. But there's no chance in any world that I could know that I would have gotten a head or a tail. So every time you remind yourself of such a scenario, that is how every single setup you take is. It is just like tossing a coin. You will either get a loss or a win. There's no chance at any one moment. I actually get amused by someone who tells me I know 100% what I'm doing. There's no chance at any one moment that you know what's going to be the outcome for that trade. And that's why I emphasized on risk management and setting stops, because at any one time, you never know what will happen. So with time, when you have understood that part of trading, that trading is actually a probability game, that you have to look at trading over several trades, not on a single trade. It will not, the losses will not affect you that much because you will have what I call planned losses. The losses affect you when actually you have not planned for a loss. It's unplanned losses include you've set a trade, you've taken a huge position expecting something huge, and then the market is against you. Or you set a trade and your margin is so low, you didn't set any stop loss and the trade is gone. So when you start growing as a trader, you will understand all these aspects of trading, and you will have to learn to control your risk. Actually, the main thing is your risk management is something that will save your psychology and protect you from all these emotions. Look at, if your risk management, it's supposed to protect your profits, grow your account, and minimize your losses. But if you find you have no plan that minimizes your losses, that grows your profits, because growing profits now is part of risk reward. Minimizing losses includes position sizing and setting stops. So if you don't have that plan incorporated into your trading, you will always have challenges. I told you when you've practiced a single trading system, I know my trading system has a maximum of 10% drawdown. But when I continue making losses, more 3 losses, then I stop trading.
What can you say about the market? Do you have like trading philosophy that you have adopted over time, and is it a reflection of your trading personality, that trading philosophy, if you have one?
Responsibility for whatever the outcome of the market. You cannot blame the broker. I've seen a lot of folks saying brokers hunt their stops, they manipulate the market. Manipulations have always been there. So you have to take responsibility for everything that you're doing. Strategies work. There's no single strategy that doesn't work. Material is available, and all that material is not realized. This material is actually proved material. It has worked before. I could give you my trading system and you fail to use it because you're not working on improving. So it's about taking responsibility and continuous improvement. That's the main way I could say about the market. If it's talking, because the market, personally, I do not find anything anymore that is very fascinating or amazing. Like about the market, I see the same candlesticks, I see the same charts, I look at the patterns, the trend lines form the same way, the head and shoulder it is at ease when it was in the 80s. So there's nothing that is really different, so much different in the markets apart from the traders who are coming in. So it's only you who's the different factor in the market. That's why I was emphasizing on you taking the responsibility and learning to improve on you and grow as a trader. That's mainly it.
Okay, we're almost coming to the end. It would be unfair to go without asking you one thing that you have encountered this week. There was the Brexit news. What was your market overview, and how did the markets, how was that experience like for you?
I do not trade news. I do not trade news. A huge movement in the markets. It's just for a short time. I can keep patient and I keep off from those pairs. I had to keep off from pound pairs. Yet I've learned through the years that most of the times the news is actually already made by the technicals. It is very clear that people are already showing what is going to happen even before it happens. So I am not so much a person of news. I get to know the news, but I do not think of like this is going to happen. Then I should be looking at the pound and utilize it. I do not do that. The market, for me, according to me, the market is quite so huge, extremely huge, that a single dynamic cannot change the market for the whole day. It's going to be for a few minutes. So why can't you be patient in those few minutes and wait for something that ends and wait for normal movements in the market? So for me, that's my view of news, major news like that. So I do not really focus on them and look for volatility to run after it. I do not do that. I get to know what's happening. If I have a trade running on that currency that could be affected, then I could do some trade management, maybe cross part of the position, or maybe adjust my stop loss. But I do not like focus on the news itself. So mainly that.
Okay, understood. So that would be a lesson to all excited traders who, anticipate the news. And what would be your last parting shot to, all the traders, beginning, experienced, intermediate? What would you tell them as your last advice?
Yeah, I would say that Forex is good, but Forex is not as it's not as easy as it looks, but I could say it is simple. And the main thing is to change their perspective of how they look at the markets and trading. You have to look at trading in a long-term view. If you're looking for short-term needs and you're going to get them from trading, you're going to get very stressed. And when you're not in a normal emotional state, you cannot trade. Trading needs you when you're sober, so that you actually see everything objectively. So I would tell new people into the market, new buyers, intermediate traders, trading is good. It is not easy, but it is simple. And this simplicity comes when you start to understand yourself and getting to understand a single trading system. Learn one single trading system, get very good at it. Get to me, ask me, Glorious, if I decided to be good at head and shoulders, and I'm known for being very good at the head and shoulders, let everyone get to know that you're good at this, as simple as that. When you're good at a single system, then cross to the next one. And all trading systems work. There is no system that is better than the other. I do not, because almost most traders, good traders make money, and the making of money does not come from the trading systems. The making of money comes from good trading. And good trading includes learning to know yourself, understanding the rules for your system, having proper risk management procedures, as mainly that. So that's my last thing to the new coming traders and maybe the intermediate traders.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on. Yeah, they shouldn't give up. I know I've seen traders give up. They have tried. I have so much inboxes for traders giving up. So it is simple. Learn yourself and learn a single trading system, just a single one, and become good at it.
Okay, and where can people go to find your work?
Yeah, I do most of my analysis. I post it on my blog. That's gloriouschartpatterns.blogspot.com. I also do short-term analysis for freeforexcoach.com. I do post on their Twitter page. So most of the work on the Twitter page is my work.
Okay, thank you very much, Glorious. It was nice talking to you at the beginning of the year. I'd love to have you again in the future, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Okay, cheers. Bye.
All right. Bye.